If I said on the air, here in public, if I said this joke, a teacher and a lawyer and a priest get on a plane, and the plane's going down, and the teacher says, we have to save the children. And the attorney says, but I use the actual word, F the children. And the priest says, oh, do we have time?
Man.
Is that okay? Is that all right to say?
No.
Is that offensive? What parts of that are offensive? Now, if I am doing a drama class and I am having parents come and everybody's coming to see this great awards thing, and that's part of the awards ceremony, you as a parent, do you say, what is going on here? This is a story on TheBlaze. Mother left shock and in tears at school award ceremony. This is my competing high school. I grew up and I went to Seaholm High School in Bellingham, Washington. This is Bellingham High School. And Bellingham High School was always where the rough kids went. But Bellingham High School, what is it? What has it turned into? Okay, so that's just one of the things. But they also had categories for these kids in school for the awards. Parents are all there. And teacher, this is fine. For horniest stud. And what the horniest stud got was a box full of, excuse the expression, I'm not even going to use it, sex toys. A box full of sex toys. What is going on in our schools? You don't have to be conservative to think that this is inappropriate in school. The teacher of 3 decades issued an apologize. I deeply apologize for some very inappropriate comments and some actions made during our drama students' end-of-the-year awards ceremony. This is really not who our students are, and they take such great pride in their school and respect one another. But much of the evening was a great celebration of their work. Excuse me?
We've heard that excuse
before. The
before.
box of sex toys kind of threw it off the rails.
Yeah, but that's the old...
that's not the entirety of his
you know what?
thing.
No, you know what? Then here's how you answer that. And you know what? Hitler came up with a Volkswagen. We wouldn't have freeways if it wasn't for Hitler. Yeah, the whole gassing of people probably took kind of tainted the Volkswagen and the highway system as a great accomplishment of Adolf Hitler. It only takes a few things to go awry. The box of sex toys and the wildly inappropriate joke about the priest and the attorney, I can't believe I'm sticking up for attorneys, is enough. And I'll bet you that this is the only mother that walked out. I will bet you that this is the only mom.
She's also fine with the apology. So she said...
Well, she's going to be on with... Hopefully she's going to be on with us on Monday. They won't release her name. She doesn't want to do any press until after graduation. But hopefully she's going to be on with us on Monday. This isn't... Look. Whenever stuff like this used to come up, homeschooling would come out of my mouth. And I always, homeschooling isn't for everybody, and it's not. Except at this point, when this is happening widespread all across the country, in towns like Bellingham, Washington, when this is happening all across with everything that's happening with Common Core and everything else, let me tell you something. It is time that homeschooling is for everybody. Some variation is for everyone. Our kids are in danger. Our children are in danger. Isn't it a priority of parents to get your children out of danger? If you don't think that your kids, would they do that in your house? Are you saying, come on over, kids, I'm going to give one of your friends, I'm going to give that guy, sweetheart, hang on just a second. He's great because he's the horniest stud. I'm going to give him a box of sex toys. What father would ever do that? What father would ever do that? If a dad gave a box of sex toys to his son, we would all say, that's irresponsible, man. What are you doing? It's irresponsible. Well, they didn't only do it to the boy. They also had the horniest, what was it, receiver? What wasn't the horniest stud? It was for the girls, because the girls have to have a box of sex toys too. Our kids are in danger. Now, traditional homeschooling, where one parent is at home teaching the kids, okay, maybe that's not for you. Maybe you can't do that. But there is enough people in your neighborhood that you can trade off with them. Maybe you can put together a co-op. I mean, geez, for the love of Pete, Pat started his own school because there were enough of us that went, I can't do this. I can't do this. Pat's losing money hand over fist. And I'm like, hey, join the club, buddy. Losing money hand over fist. But he's doing it, and we're contributing to it as well, even though we probably won't see a dime from it ever. I know I won't. I don't think he will either. It's not a business thing. Our children are in trouble, and we've got to band together. Maybe there's a private or a charter school that you can afford. Maybe you can start your own school. Believe me, Pat, do you ever think you start your own school?
No.
Do you think you start your own school 2 years ago?
No.
Yeah. Did I think I would ever homeschool my kids? Nope. Never. Never. Our children's future supersedes our income, our comfort zones, our home, our car. Honestly, washing machines. If I have to wash my own clothes in the sink like my grandmother used to, or use one of her old that had the wringer on it, I have to tell the kids all the time, stay away from the wringer, it'll break your hands. If that's what you have to do and you have to put clothespins to dry your laundry, then so be it. If I have to live in a trailer for the safety of my kids, I will live in a trailer, and I mean that. If I have to live out in the middle of nowhere for the safety of my kids, I do it. We are in a dangerous, precarious... I mean, can you not see the warning signs and the warning cries? Can you not hear them? The people who never thought that we could ever do this are now doing it. And people they love to tell you that they can't. And mainly because they see the problem too, but they want the excuse. They want the out. They want people to say, oh, you're right, I can't do it. Because then that means if you can do it, that means they should do it, or they could do it. And they don't even want to think about it because it requires sacrifice. Sacrifice is not a dirty word. It is not. Now, to liberals, I don't remember what the word is, that they do actually look at sacrifice as a bad thing. They have another word for it. I don't remember what it is. It's like sharing or something. It means the same thing to them. But sacrifice is not a dirty word. It's what used to be noble. Don't listen to anybody who tells you it can't be done. Well, even if you could do it, what kind of education would they receive? You're not a teacher. You don't know what you're doing. The kids will be stupid. What about the social aspect? Your kids won't know how to talk to anybody. They'll be like apes. They're lepers. We might as well put them in a leper colony. You know, you saw that in Ben-Hur. It doesn't work out well. I mean, come on. I've addressed this stuff last night on the TV, and I showed you what year. You'll never guess who was president when they said that the teachers' unions started, and then the teachers' unions 2 years later said that parents are below the teachers. You'll never guess who was president. Wilson. In my new book, Conform, in every category, homeschoolers outperform kids in public school. In every category. 5 out of the 7, they outperform them by a grade level or more. But they outperform in every category. You don't have to have a master's degree from Harvard or a PhD from Cambridge. You don't have to have a teaching certificate. Did they give you a certificate before you became a mom or a dad? No. How are you doing as a mom or a dad? You might think you suck, but you probably most likely don't unless you're beating the kids. No teacher in the world cares about your child as much as you do. No teacher in the world cares about your child's education as much as you do. So what you might lack in book learning, you make up for in love. And they're going to miss out on all the social aspects. You want a box of sex toys? That's what they're missing out on. I think I'm pretty cool with it. And I'm going to let them have the sex toy box maybe a little later in their life. I think I'm pretty cool with that right now.